welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I am Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 58 for Sunday, the 16th of December 2012. Now, we are only 9 days away from Christmas. I am really getting excited now, and so I hope you are too. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic week, getting very Christmassy and all that kind of stuff. But we do have the Christmas special episode of the Disney News Show coming up next week, so be sure to check out that. But as far as this week goes, quite a bit of news really from Walt Disney World, but also from Disneyland and also Tokyo Disneyland coming up later in the show. So I am very excited to bring you all that news from the past week. And so that is kind of what we're going to be talking about. Lots of stuff there. Not much movies news. Actually, I don't know if we've got any movies news, but we had some last week, so all kind of balances out, doesn't it? And I've not really got anything to show you right now, but yeah, so let's just get straight on with this show. And first up, absolutely starting with the Walt Disney World news. And from this week, there will be some big advancements with Disney's next-gen RFID system. Now, the RFID system is something that's been kind of being tested at Walt Disney World over the past few months, and I've not been kind of talking about it that much because there's been quite a lot of news every week really about the RFID system, the next gen kind of stuff that's happening over there. But basically what it is, it's guests who get an RFID ticket can use that ticket to kind of just to touch one of the Mickey head readers for kind of a quick access to the parks, to other kind of stuff. So this week, there were going to be some RFID turnstiles opening at all 4 parks. Well, maybe not this week, but over the coming weeks, and they're all going to be opening. So these will eventually replace the regular turnstiles where you have to slide in your ticket and that kind of thing. So now you just have to touch your ticket to the head reader, and so it kind of gives just a really better, quicker, easier access to the parks. And these turnstiles have kind of they've been popping up all over the place on the right hand side of the park entrance as you look at it over the past few months. And so now Disney are going to be using these to kind of be fully used and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And so eventually the whole, all the park entrances are going to be converted over the coming months, having these RFID scanners where all the turnstiles are. So this is great stuff really. I mean, I think it's a great system that they're going to use, and so it's going to just make everything a lot simpler. I mean, they're using these card readers on the hotel doors, which has kind of been rolling out at the resorts over the past few months, and also a number of Walt Disney World locations are now equipped with the new Touch to Pay system, which you can once again just touch your card to the Mickey head reader to make your payment. And so this is actually a lot easier than having to scan or swipe your card, and so that's good. And that's all you have to do. Unless it's over $50, then you have to have a PIN number. You're going to get a PIN number when you check into your resort, and you just put in the PIN number. Easy stuff like that. Great advancements really, and I think this is great. It's going to be kind of coming everywhere over the coming months. As I say, it's going to take a while, but they're kind of just doing it in parts. From this week, it is Epcot, the Contemporary Resort, the Polynesian Resort, the Boardwalk Resort, Yacht and Beach Club, and the Art of Animation Resorts are all going to be are all up and running now. But by early 2013, everywhere, all the Walt Disney World locations will be fully equipped with the RFID system. Scanners for paying for your meals, which is fantastic. And so yeah, there we go. So I will keep you up to date when everything is rolled out. But there you go, just a bit of update there. I've kind of been leaving all that news to Fan928 on his Disney News and Reviews. He's been kind of telling you all about that. I've kind of just given you the important information. But if you do want to find out what's going to happen, and watch the back episodes of News and Reviews, they've got all your information just there. So yeah, there we go. RFID, next gen stuff coming very soon. And a bit of news now, a bit more kind of technology, I guess. Downtown Disney has become the latest and final location at Walt Disney World to launch free Wi-Fi. And so this means that the whole resort now has got complimentary Wi-Fi. completes the rollout, and so all the parks, all the resorts, and now Downtown Disney have got free Wi-Fi. All you have to do is kind of go onto any Wi-Fi device, find the network name Disney-Guest. That's what you need to look for. That's kind of that's the name for it all. So if you just go on Disney-Guest, you'll be able to access free Wi-Fi for your time in that area. So it's just good good stuff that is now available to everyone. I mean, it's great for people from abroad who go to Walt Disney World and who want to use their Wi-Fi devices, and so they can now do that. I mean, I've heard rumours, well, I've heard a lot of people say that it's not the best Wi-Fi ever, but what can you expect? There's millions of people that are trying to use that Wi-Fi, and so there we go. We'll have to wait and see what happens there, whether it is worthwhile. But I think it is, and I think it's just a great kind of addition to the parks, is having this free Wi-Fi available to everyone. So there we go. Free Wi-Fi is now available everywhere in Walt Disney World. Okay, and so our next piece of Walt Disney World news kind of ties in nicely with that, and that is that the new official Walt Disney World website has been launched this week, and it actually includes a lot more features which will be useful to guests when planning and actually on their vacation. And so this website looks really cool, and the great thing is that this website no longer uses Flash, and so it can be accessed from iPads and other mobile devices, which it didn't used to be. So that is perfect. I mean, I hate it when you get on your iPad and you type in Walt Disney World and then you can't get on it because it says, oh, you can't use Flash. So now you will now be able to use the Walt Disney World website from your iPad or from, I'm pretty sure it didn't work on phones either, so that'll work then. So that is great stuff there. And one of the kind of new features is the My Disney Experience kind of section, which if you have an iPhone or something, you may have the app for My Disney Experience, and this is kind of a way for guests to manage their vacation, and it's their FastPass Pluses, their dining reservations, as well as accommodation and photo pass. It all goes onto this little app. Well, you know what I mean. So that app is now available on the Walt Disney World website, which is great for people who maybe don't have an iPad, don't have an iPhone, and so they want to use this. And although the website is completely up and running, it is still kind of in a trial period, so it does appear randomly, and if you do want to find it, then just keep going to waltdisneyworld.com, and actually no, I think it's just disneyworld.com. I think you can just go to disneyworld.com, and if you just keep going on, you will find it in the end, but it appears kind of randomly with the old website. The new website kind of, it's not completely taken over. The old website is still there. I'm not sure how long that'll be for, and I'm not sure when Disney is planning to completely use the new website for everything, but I think it's great, and I think it's a good move for Disney, especially to get rid of Flash. I think that's just something that they've needed to do for a while, and I hope that all the other Disney websites that do use Flash will be converted or completely rewritten very soon to be able to be used from iPads, mobile devices, all that kind of stuff. And so perfect stuff there. I think it's great, and yeah, perfect Walt Disney World website is now available. I don't know if it is perfect, but you know, I mean, it's a lot better than it was, and I think it has a lot more features that will be useful to everyone when planning their vacation, and so that is really what you want. And it also has some great information. I mean, that's what it does, doesn't it? It gives you all that information, kind of the official stuff that you need to know for your Walt Disney World trip. So yeah, go and check it out. I mean, you may need to click quite a few times to find it, but if you do find it, then I think it's definitely worth it, and I think it's a great new addition to the Disney online websites, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. Okay, well, that is that. And actually, next up, something else online. We've got a lot of kind of technology stuff this week. A new way to book and order food at Be Our Guest restaurant at Magic Kingdom will be coming online soon. And so, as you know, well, I spoke last week about how New Fantasyland was opened, and they're already thinking of brand new ways to kind of ease the what is it like? Because it's such a what's the word? Such an in-demand restaurant. Oh, sorry, I can't remember what I was going to say. Such an, like, because everybody wants to go and visit the Be Our Guest restaurant. I mean, it looks incredible, and from what I've heard, the dining experience is just fantastic. So everyone is wanting to either pre-book, but it is fully booked 180 days in advance, which is just mad, really, for a brand new restaurant. And so that is that. But for people who are going to be using kind of the FastPass Plus, Disney kind of selects guests to be using FastPass Plus, and they will also get chance to choose an arrival time and even pick their items from the menu before their arrival. So that is all done online, and so it means all you have to do is walk up, check in, pay, and take the magic rose to your table, and you will get your food served to you. So that is great. I mean, the technology that is in that restaurant already is incredible. I mean, how they use the rose and all that kind of stuff. You go and pick your own table, and then the food just comes to you. And this is at lunch, actually. I better mention that this is at lunch, and it's not going to be available for dinner time. But for lunch, I mean, the queuing for lunch takes place like as soon as park opening. If you've not got a reservation, people go and queue up along that bridge from park opening, and so that is quite phenomenal, really. And maybe this will ease a bit of the traffic, hopefully. And I think Disney's kind of thoughts on this is that it's going to manage guest flow a bit more effectively. And don't be worried if you are planning just regular walk-ups; they will still be available. But in that Florida sun in the summer, it is going to get pretty hot, stood out there on that bridge, and this would be a perfect way to use it to kind of get a chance to go to the restaurant. And so I will keep you up to date with what else they are doing there at Be Our Guest restaurant. But there you go. I hope I explained that well. I mean, I seem to think I got a few bits mixed up, but I hope you get the gist of what I'm talking about there. And if you do have any questions, just be sure to leave them down below. Okay, one final bit of news now from Walt Disney World, and Monsieur Paul, Epcot's newest dining location, opened at France in World Showcase this past Tuesday, December 11th. And I mentioned quite a few weeks ago now that this is replacing Bistro de Paris, which used to be located on the first floor of the France Pavilion, and so now Monsieur Paul is open, and it looks good. I mean, I am not a food critic or anything like that. I don't really know. Obviously, I've not been able to try it out yet, but it looks great, and I think the restaurant looks really, really cool. So there we go. Monsieur Paul now open at France in World Showcase. So now moving on to the Disneyland news, and I've actually got quite a few bits to tell you about, which is great, seeing as we've not had Disneyland news for quite a while here on the Disney News Show. It seems to kind of been keeping a bit of a down low. But this week we've got quite a few things to tell you about, and this past Tuesday saw the launch of Disney's newest Facebook and Twitter account, and that is called Disneyland Today. And this will work in a similar way to DCA Today, which obviously is the Twitter account for Disney California Adventure. So this will be kind of the it'll act as the source for in-park updates and information, as well as answering guest questions who are in Disneyland. And so this is great stuff, and I think Disney does a great job with kind of being involved in social media, and so this is just a great another addition to that. And there will still be the @Disneyland Twitter feed giving info about the whole resort, but this kind of will focus mainly on Disneyland Park. And yeah, they I think it'll work probably in conjunction with both @DCA Today and @Disneyland, to kind of bring you the best possible kind of up-to-the-minute information and kind of updates. All that kind of stuff will be happening on these Twitter feeds, and it's great. I mean, just go and follow them. I mean, it'll be information and interesting stuff, kind of, even if you're not at the parks, I'm sure it will be really useful to you guys. And I just think it's great. I think new Twitter and Facebook stuff with Disney, it always seems to go well. And yeah, so there, go and check that out if you want to. Go and follow them. Go and I think you can follow on Facebook, can't you? Go and follow on Facebook if you want as well. There we go. And so that is that. I mean, I'm not sure what's happening at Walt Disney World with this. They don't seem to be doing anything similar for the Walt Disney World parks, but you never know, maybe that will come soon, and I will keep you up to date with anything that happens there. Okay, so next up, the Disneyland Explorer app has been given an update this week, and the Disneyland Explorer app is an app which previously was just for iPads, and it was kind of an interactive map, or do you want to call it, of the whole Disneyland resort, and it kind of, you could go around, go through each of the lands, and kind of just kind of play a few games. There's go and have a look at all the attractions, kind of, it give you a bit of information, that kind of stuff, more for kids really than adults. But it's actually been updated this week, and it's now available for iPhone and iPod Touch, and this is great news really. I mean, I think it was good, it was really good on the kind of the bigger screen, but I'm sure it'll be perfect on the little screen. But this is actually a free app from the App Store, so cannot get any better really, and I think it's great. I think it's the artwork is fantastic, and just the games, they are basic, if you want to put it that way, but they're fun, they're good, but I mean, once you play them a few times, it's getting a bit repetitive, but I mean, it's good for kids anyway. But this is actually going to be compatible with iPhone 4, 4S and 5, as well as iPod Touch 4th generation and higher. So if you have got any of them devices and didn't have an iPod before, then you can go and download this app from the App Store. As I say, free. We have not heard anything about any Android phones or tablets, anything like that yet, but I'm sure Disney will be doing that soon. But yeah, so there we go. Disneyland Explorer app now available for iPhone and iPod Touch. Okay, last bit of news now from Disneyland Resort, and it's been announced this week that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disneyland will be closing for a major refurbishment from January 7th, 2013, reopening next fall. So, I mean, this is kind of your standard refurb, but it's going to be a big one. And updates that they've said will be included will be new ride vehicles, track replacement, and a repainting of the mountain. So this is, I mean, this is good. I mean, I think it's good when attractions do get these big refurbs, and I don't think it'll change. They've said they won't be changing the track or changing the experience in any way, which I don't think they would need to, but just be aware of that if you are heading to Disneyland next year, anytime between January 7th, I think the last day of operation will be January 6th, all the way through to sometime next fall, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad will be closed. So I'll bring you more information about that as soon as I get it, with a reopening date, probably sometime late next year, but there we go. So Big Thunder Mountain Railroad closing for refurbishment January 7th. So, as I said before, we do actually have some Tokyo Disneyland news. And to coincide with their 30th anniversary celebrations, Tokyo Disneyland have announced plans this week for a new show featuring Disney characters at Tokyo Disney Sea. And this will be called Mickey and Duffy's Spring Voyage. And this will be taking place kind of around Tokyo Disney Sea, it seems. And it include Duffy and Mickey and other Disney characters travelling around the park, performing mini shows at each of Cape Cod, Mediterranean Harbour, American Waterfront and Arabian Coast. And so this sounds interesting. It sounds like something new and something that hasn't been done before, kind of having these different areas for the show. And I'm not sure if the guests will be expected to follow the characters around the park or something like that, or maybe it'll just be kind of spontaneously just here it is, and you'll be lucky if you catch it. But who knows what they're planning over there at Tokyo Disneyland. And this will actually be running through from March 18th to June 30th, so that's, I mean, it's not that long a period really, but I will bring you any updates as I get them. But it's for the 30th anniversary of the resort, which will be happening obviously next year around that time. So so there we go, a bit of news from Tokyo Disneyland. And a bit of other news now. I didn't really know where to put this, but it's about Adventures by Disney. And as if you know, Adventures by Disney is a tour company which kind of organises trips to various really kind of exciting and adventurous locations around the world. And so they're run by Disney, but it's not your park holiday, if you know what I mean. You'll be able to very exotic locations. And this week, Adventures by Disney have been named the world's leading luxury tour operator at the World Travel Awards. So there we go, just some great kind of recognition there for Adventures by Disney. I mean, the stuff that they get up to is fantastic. This year we've had the addition of the Scottish kind of tour, kind of being linked to Disney Pixar's Brave, but it's just great. I mean, it's just fantastic what that they do get up to over there, and hopefully one day I'll get a chance to go on an Adventures by Disney vacation. And so there we go. But yeah, I've been named the world's leading luxury tour company at the World Travel Awards. So great news there. Well done to Adventures by Disney. So that is really all the news for this week. I really hope you've enjoyed the show. This has been episode 58 of the Disney News Show for Sunday the 16th of December 2012, from me, Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat. Do not forget to leave me any comments, any questions, any feedback down below in the comment section. Send me a personal message, or don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I am at CruellasFurCoat. Link down below to that. And so there we go. Don't forget to tune in for next week's special Christmas episode of the Disney News Show. That's sure to be really good. And so yeah, I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.